Hello. Um, I've seen a video for uh, TITV that was done by Kieran Lee Perrin and me up here when he came to visit, and I think it's really good. It's got us drinking at the start, which a lot of people are probably going to disagree with, but I think it shows that we're showing our unwinding sides and how sometimes we cope with with what's going on in ways of drinking and stuff like that. But it's really good. So if any of my subscribers want to, if you go on to TI Television, sorry, on YouTube, type in TI Television, it should come up with the company, and you'll be able to watch sort of documentary on me with Kieran Lee Perrin in it, who was on the Vice documentaries, the Vice documentary about TIs with Shane Gibbs. It's got me and Kieran Lee Perrin unwinding at first with a drink. We have a drink and stuff, but then the documentary goes on into a bit of wildlife and stuff, and how we get on outside and stuff like that. And it's quite good. It's quite insightful, and it's really well made. So it's definitely worth watching. It's about an hour long, and I think there's a second part he's going to be doing for that coming up, showing how we got along and stuff. We went to a few pubs, we went out for meals and stuff like that, and he got me out of the house, really. So he actually helped me get out a bit, which was good. So yeah, it's a good documentary and worth watching. So TI Television, and if you like it, and give it a share and a like it, or share it through your Facebook pages or whatever, just so we can help TITV branch out a bit. And same with my videos. If you like them, give them a share and that, and so you can help me branch out to for more people to see what I feel is happening, and what's been happening to me. The one thing I don't like about the video is I'm weighing 16 stone now. I've managed to lose a little bit of that at the moment, but crikey, my face is extremely fat on the videos. But that's the only thing I disagree with about the video. So yeah, it's definitely worth watching. So yeah, give it a watch and stuff, and see what you think, and try sharing to non-TIs if you know anyone that's a non-TI, and get them to try and watch videos about TIs, just to open their minds a bit, to help them see, maybe, hold on a second, maybe this stuff is actually happening to people. They use coincidences and stuff, and it's the perfect hiding. It's the perfect shield they can use, because it's never going to come back on them, because it can all be put down to coincidences. That's the crazy thing about the system which we're in the targeted individual type scheme. We're targeted with clever coincidences a lot of the time. I think one of the reasons that might be the case is to keep us indoors, in order to bloody microwave us, to keep us in one spot in order to microwave us, because we're going to want to go out less and less if street theatrics happen when you're around. And even if they've stopped happening, the street theatrics, you still have the memories of the street theatrics, and you've got that anxiety of worrying that it could happen again, or the same things could happen again. I've got some stories that I wouldn't even tell on here, because I'm a bit too frightened from what's happened to me in the past. That stuff that's unbelievable, involving me being in ambulances and stuff like that. It was just crazy stuff, but completely legitimate. And if I do talk about it, what you got to know and realize is I'm telling the full truth on the things that have happened. I might get some of the things that happened slightly wrong on conversation wise on what things have been said and stuff, because I don't have a photographic memory, but these things have happened, and I probably will start going into details of what's actually happened to try and get people that are non-TIs to understand. And I'm sure most of you TIs will understand, but as you know, all our stories differ, and we all have different situations that happen. So even for a TI, as I've said before on previous videos, it's hard to even believe another TI, and there's going to be lots of suspicion between TIs where some TIs think other TIs are fake and stuff like that. But I give everyone that claims to be a TI the benefit of the doubt, unless they're playing up for the camera to try and just take the piss, basically, because there are people that are intentionally taking the piss out of these situations that we're in, which isn't very kind. But maybe they'll realise one day how cruel it is to take the mick out of someone that's been going through the situations that we have, and think to themselves, hold on a minute, I've been so cruel. Because if it starts happening to them, I'm sure they realise straight away. You start realising that the importance of how to treat people and how people need to be treated, why it's good to be polite, why it's nice, which I've always been a very highly polite person, why it's good to be kind to your fellow human beings, even if you're in a depressed, anxious state, which can be induced by microwaves or radio waves. They've got patents for all these machines readily available on the internet. So why would people build them if they're not being used? You know what I mean? But I do think I can be put into an instant negative frame of mind just by sitting still, staying in a still position, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like negative energy has just been fired my way. But it's very hard to explain because we don't know the ins and outs of how the technology works and so on and so forth. So it makes it hard for us to explain. We need to be a complete genius on all fields in order to explain it perfectly well for people to completely comprehend and understand. And still then, even if we explained it on a perfect level, people still wouldn't get to grips with what's really happening, because it's such a complex situation to be in. But it works on a clever pyramid scheme that goes down, or a clever net, or whatever you want to call it, from the top down, compartmentalized, need to know, little people know little bits of what's happening, and that's how it's got away with, and it's been mastered over so much time, since the MK Ultra days and stuff, that no one's going to be able to prove it with paper evidence. I could reconstruct the events, and maybe if I had a few people with me, I could reconstruct different scenarios of street fear that have happened to me and put it on camera. So I might try and do that eventually when I get my video camera working and being able to upload properly. I just need a couple of people to show how the adjacency tactics, which I call them, that have been used on me, and so on, the different types of tactics have been used to completely confuse the brain and completely put you in a state of high anxiety and keep you in that stressed out, adrenaline fueled state, either in order to keep you indoors and keep your microwave to pieces, so they can keep good eyes on you and monitor you constantly, or for other reasons that I don't know. So I'll leave it there, but definitely if you get the chance, please go over to TITV. It'll be uploaded by tomorrow, I reckon. So definitely keep checking up on TITV. There's some great videos on there already. So TI Television, let me correct myself, TI Television. So it's definitely worth watching. But just type TI Television in the internet, you know what to do, and see what the videos are like. I think they're well edited, really well edited by the camera crew and Kieran Lee Perrin, and really well done. I met the bloke and he's a great geezer. From what I met of him, we had a good time while he was up here too. So it wasn't just all filming. We actually had a good talk about our situations and stuff like that, and hopefully we managed to relay a bit of what happened to us, or has happened, or is happening to us on camera. And excuse us for the drink at the start, but maybe that'll get more people wanting to watch because they want to see what two drunken fellows are going to talk about. Right, thank you for watching, and see you later.